Hello there everyone. Today we will talk about the Unix operating system. So, Unix operating system uh, sometimes in corporate world it is said to have a good around the Unix operating system because it is heavily used, right? Linux can also be a demand. However, a bit of information is that Linux and Unix are 90% same. In fact, Linux came after the Unix and it was designed by a Linus student, okay, in when he was a student, okay, just to be for a personal computer, Linux was designed, okay. So we will talk about the Unix. Since Linux and Unix both are somewhat same, we will get the intro of Linux also. In this whole video we will talk about the file operations. We will also talk about the boot process, like when you turn on power on your laptop, how it start, what is the process behind the scenes, and also, if possible, then we will talk about the AWK programming. Otherwise we will talk in the next video, okay. So let's start without further delay. So Unix, it is the origin of the Linux. Linux is made by copying the design of Unix. It was made by a student, Linus, so for the personal computer. Linux was specifically designed for the personal computer. Okay, Linux operating system contains these basics like kernel. Have you heard about the kernel? Do you know how what it is? Since you know that the software component has a core part called kernel. Okay, it ha- perform heavy tasks. Whatever you do, like kernel is the core part, right? And there are two mode of working of any system. It's the user mode and the kernel mode. The upper part is the user mode and the basic is the kernel mode, right? Let's say if you want to read or write some operations, because Unix through commands you do write or fetch the file or something like that. So you will do through the terminals, right? So the terminals are of the user mode, but internally when the task will be executed, it will switch to the kernel mode. The system will switch to the kernel mode. The kernel will read or fetch the document or update the document. Then it return the result to the user mode. Then the user mode will return and print the output in the terminals, right? So the kernel used to perform the complex and core tasks. It is supported by various programs that we will further learn in this video. Okay, system utilities. These are the programs like node package managers. Right? Have you heard about if you have heard about the node package manager, what it does? It just handle all the downloaded files, right? But in nodes, what about the package managers of operating system? It just download important files, right, that is required to run the system smoothly. So that's the work of the package manager. System utilities helps the kernel to work properly, right? Desktop, right, all the functionalities like uh, whatever the date, proper date, right, date functionality with dates or calendars or the system environments, some settings, right? Software applications, whatever the application you download, you run. Like for example, in coding, what you do, uh, you have your own notepad, right? You can install VS Code, but that is also the software application, right? After that, the we will have some categories. Let's have some go through the categories. I will do it uh, fastly so that you can't so that you do not get bored, okay. So the Linux comes into different families. Why it was done so? Because seeing the targets, right? The what the system can be targeted by, what, the students, the corporate fields, right? Or maybe some others. Uh, like maybe some business users, right? So the Debian family, it was specifically designed for the students or the daily users, which don't have much pressure on the system, just a basic works, right? Red Hat family, it was designed specifically for heavy work that can suffer, that can bear the heavy pressures, right? Corporate worlds or the software developers. All right. Sushi family, this this family of Linux gives the complete control to the user, right? And the example of Debian family is what? Linux or Unix. Red Hat family, what's the example? There is a uh, what was that? Fedora, I think, right? Fedora. It is an example of Red Hat family, okay. And the Sushi family is Sushi something like that. Open Sushi, yes. All right, Open Sushi, Open Sushi. All right, and its example is Fedora, right? There are the terminologies that are common in both Linux and Unix. You can go through it. Kernel, I have already explained the core part of the what software or the whole operating system. Kernel. Distribution, as you can understand, kernels kernel are responsible for the core part, fetching, writing document, or inside the core part, right? Or the user mode, whatever going on here, right? You input it, you goes to the switch to the kernel mode, right? So the user mode or the outside environment like user input and output, it's all deal with the distribution also includes the package managers, the utilities. Okay, bootloader, it's just booting as the name suggests, right? Starting up the system, whatever requires, right? We will read also bootloader, what it is. In short, you can say that the whole system wokes up with the help of bootloader. When you power on, it play an important role in bringing and running the kernel, right? Services, what are the basic services that are provided by the operating system? These are comes under the services part. File system, this helps to arrange the files, control the files operations. Okay, Windows systems and desktop environments, they are related, as you can understand, with widgets, some widgets like calendar, right? So the desktop environments, what it do, it shows the calendar, right? But the build in how that calendar built designed, it was by Windows system. Okay, command line, it's like the terminals you open in the your personal computer or laptop. Okay, now, there are some specific terms called shell. So, in terminals, you do right, like if you have to print, what you do? Echo hello world. Echo hello world, right? Or any when you use grep to find something pattern, or when you use the SAD to substitute some word in the whole file or any operation, right? What you do, you just write into the terminals or git terminals. So what's then happen, it is then executed by shell only. Okay, daemons, you can understand daemons, they are the autonomous something, because uh, they continuously used to run behind the scenes and do the important operations. They are not controlled by the users, because are they do the important things, right? Whatever uh, behind the scenes that run, that help the kernels to do the important tasks, these are important. In fact, when you do the power on, They are the first to get wake up along with others parent processes. Okay, now let's see, when you do the power on, what actually does behind the scenes, what is the whole process, how the password and you how the password that card opens, and you then you do what, they input your password, then you get in, right, on your desktop. So when you do the power on, okay, BIOS, what means basic input output system, right? So what's the BIOS do? It helps to check whether your basic things like keyboard, your storage like uh, where can we store like RAM, right, and your hardware, it's working or not, right? So it checks whether your hardware, your keyboard, your RAM is working or not, right? So the BIOS check it. Then what it does, if let's say it's working, then it goes on next step, that is master boot record. So there are various sectors inside your system, right? So BIOS find whatever the first sector is, it finds that sector, and then it gets boots up, right? You can understand like keep BIOS is just a tiny program which is not strong enough to wake the whole kernel, but it points to a reference, a sector that has an ability to wake the whole kernel. So what BIOS do? It first check, then it goes to the first sector, right, which have the ability to wake up the whole kernel, that is bootloader. Okay, so it goes to bootloader, then bootloader wakes the whole kernel. The kernel after waking, like है ना, then there will be the something uh, stored in a temporary file, RAM file. Okay, then there will be something stored on a temporary basis, because on the time when the computer started uh, permanently, when started functionally, then those temporary files will get deleted automatically. Okay, so there will be something stored temporary basis. Okay, after that your parent process get started. Parent processes included daemons also. Here only daemons got started. Daemons are what are the important things, like it's the mother process, you can understand, it's the mother process, mother of all the processes, right? It's get initialized or started, then your systems finally starts. As the system starts, your disks get cleared. Okay, so this is the way how your computer gets started. Okay, next we see the topic partitions and file systems. Don't worry, after this we will talk about the Unix features, and Unix features, trust me, is all similar to the Linux. Then we will immediately move to the file system. We will do the command everything on get bash. So if you have a laptop, then you can download the get bash. Get bash support the Unix commands. We will do it on that only. And let's talk about the partition first. So you have the partitions of your storage, right? The C, D. So why the partition is made? Because in one partition there is this operating systems and things which are important, and in other there are your files. Partitions helps to differentiate, right? To helps in organized manner, right? File systems, folders, directories in specialized and organized manner. Like the partition is made here is the operating system files, here is your files, personal files, and these personal files are arranged by the file systems in tree like structure, right? There is a one directory, it has further two directories, then this directory contains several files, this directory may contain other directories, right? So this is all what is going on. Okay, now Unix, it is also an operating system like Linux. In fact, it came first. It was built for multitasking something. Okay, so configuration data is stored in text. If you have done something environment variables, right? If you have already stored, you if you are already in the world of coding, then you have set up, right, the environment variables. Then you have seen all the control panels, they are all in the human readable form, right? So how is this? Unix is good in that. Okay, a small and single purpose program. Okay, we will read through the grep like echo. Simple. What's echo does? It's nothing but print. So this small keyword has the only functionality is to print. It's very clear, right? So a small and single purpose program. Unix supports it. We don't get overloading any function, right? That it can perform several many functions. It will be typical for any human being. But if we assign a single task to each function, it will be good to go. It will be understandable also, readable also, right? Now, ability to chain programs together. Okay, have you heard of pipes? If not, then we will deal here also filters and pipes. Like in pipes, there is command 1, then there is command 2, right? So the output of command 1 goes to command 2 as an input. So it has the features of chaining program together to have good results, to have our results. Facility of background processing, of course it's a multitasking. You can download in background as well as you can also on the same time simultaneously do the other task. For instance, you can do the terminals, you can type your commands, but backgrounds you can also download a full length movie or any software. It will be downloaded. Behind the scenes, as we also know that it's the multi-programming, the operating systems, the kernels give some time to this part then to this part, but the speed is so fast, 10 to the power 7 executions per second. You should know about it if you don't know. So this happens so fast that it looks like similar in parallel, but it's not, of course. So next thing, get ready because we are going to do files operations. But before that, let's have a quick note or some information, some info, basic information of these commands so that it can be understandable. So let's understand the commands and that are useful for our file operations. Okay, the first command is pwd. Let's say if your terminal is like this, something right? So what will be your parent chain? Your parent directory will be like this, right? This will be your parent directory, and in this directory, if you are in terminal and if you type pwd, this will be shown like this is your directory. In whatever directory you are, if you type pwd, it will reflect what's your directory, what's your current directory, where are you standing. Make directory, it's just used to create a directory. Let's say you are on a desktop. Okay, so maybe your directory will be like this, or it will be like this, the structure will be like this. And if you make a directory, make if you type like this, make directory something x, then what will happen? on the desktop a file X will be created, a directory X will be created. If you do like this, then a file XY will be created. Okay, what if you do like this, then what will happen? It will create two files, name X and name Y. So if you want to create a file with a big length, remember that they all should be connected. There must not be a space between them. Otherwise, if there will be the space, then the two files will be created. Or the number of spaces between the names, that much files will be created. Okay, cd change directory. Okay, let's say suppose you are in this directory, and if you do, let's make if let's see, let's suppose that you type this one, right, make directory. So then what will be and you press enter, then what will be that your directory will be same. Okay, so let's say you are out of the house. If you came to the balcony, if you want to enter into the room, okay, if you want to enter into the room, you have to do like cd and that room name or that file name. That will make you help us enter in that room. Okay, if you want to come out of that room, you will do cd dot dot space. There will be the space between dot. Okay, like cd space then dot. This will help you to move out of that room, out of that directory. All right, if you want to go to the directory, if you want to go to the parent directory, suppose we have supposed, right, this is your parent directory. If you directly want to go there, then what you will type, cd and this I don't know, the top left there will be the symbol. If you type that, you will move to the what, parent directory. Okay, now let's say you do it. Now you want to come back on your previous directory. What you will do, you will do cd hyphen space hyphen. Okay, so this is the cd is all. Don't worry if you don't, just keep in mind, just listen carefully. We will do the practice. Okay, then after practice you will do practice again. Okay, ls listing all the files whatever contain in that. Let's say the xy contain, let's say you move here. Okay, or let's say xyz desktop. If you do in this directory ls, then all those files which are contained in on your desktop will be listed. Remove directory, if you want to remove, then instead of make directory, place remove directory. But that directory must be what, empty, then only it will be removed. Otherwise if it contains, then it won't be removed by remove directory command. It will be removed by rm command. You have to type, if the directory is unempty, you have to type remove directory minus r. That means you recursively remove all the files. That means if there is x file, it contain y and z file, and it further contain further. So recursively means first you go to the this last file, remove it, then come again, then remove this, then come again, remove this, like this. Okay, recursively. And if they're further left, you can also type forcefully. Both together will definitely going to remove the directory, and then directory name whatever you want to remove. Okay, now remove touch. Touch means simply you want to create a file. Simply cat, it's something like concatenate. Okay, so if you type cat xyz, it will display the content of xyz whatever inside the file. But if you do cat greater symbol than xyz, it will give input. It will gives you input, or it can rewrite also. But if you want to append, like additional information you want to add, then you can just make the symbol double. Okay, Now, CP means copy. You can copy a content of one file and then select other file, like copy file name 1, file name 2. This will makes copying of the document of 1 to the 2 file. Okay, I'm just making unharmed, keeping unharmed file 1. Okay, move, simply move the content of file 1 to file 2, and also it will move the whole content, so there will be no longer the content in file 1. Okay, man, it's just like you do terminals, this help, right? If you do, let's say if you do echo help, then what will be happen on the screen? All the information about the echo will be displayed. It is similarly like man. If you do man echo, then the terminal will display all the information of that command name. Okay, find, if you want to find something or locate for some file, some directory, then it will be helpful, it will be useful there. Echo to print who. If you are logged in your terminal and if you type who, then your username will be printed. If maybe this command also works in your terminal, but in mine it's not working. But if you do like this, who am I, then it will display all the users that are logged in. If you do like this, try it out this who am I together. Let's see what you will find, or if you want then you can search it. Okay, now uname means username, password if you want to change the password, date if you type date, and your current date, second, time, it will be displayed on your terminals. Okay, okay, what is this? This is the filter, means pipe. Okay, the input of the file 1, the command 1 will be out, the output of the command 1 will be the input of the second command. This I have already told you in cat 1, right? To concatenate something or rewrite this, to append this. WC word count. Word count, what happens when you do word count file name, then what it shows? It shows first part the line number, second part how many fields are there, and the third part how many characters total, right? Okay, now head what it is used, it's used to tell, if you do like this, head -1 and then file name, or you can also say -n then 1. What it will do, it will print till one file. Let's say for simplicity, let's say 3. Then what it will do, uh, it will output line 1, line 2, line 3 part of the text or of the input. Okay, now if you do tail and it is 3, so what it will do, from last it will start and print the last 3 lines. Okay, this is the tail. Now sorting functions, for short, the sorting functions command is like this, short then -t. If it is separated by comma, then it will be like this. Then on what, if there are several columns and you want to sort it out on the column basis, then you can do this. If you want to make it in the reverse order, then you can do this. And if you want to do let's say numerically, then you have to do this. Then finally file name. If you don't want numerically, alphabetically, you can remove it. If you don't want in the reverse order from higher to lower, then remove this. It will be like lower to higher. If there are no more columns, then you can remove it. Simply do and if there is no any like this, a then 1 then star something, so it is comma separated, right? So it will do like this. And column 1, you, what you are saying, comma separated file column 1, on the basis of column 1 you do, if you don't type this one and you do like this, so all the contents will be in the sorted fashion, like A, B, C, like this. If it is 2, then it won't prioritize this. It will be like 1, 2, 3 in the sorted fashion. Hope you get it, but don't worry, we will do commands also on shell, get bash. Alright, now word count, head, tail, short, unique, it's just uh, unique command simply find out and tells only the Unix things, right? Unique, not duplicated, not repeated items, right? If you do hyphen c, then it will count all the duplicate ones and it will tell what are their counts. If you do minus d, then it will print all those lines or records which are duplicates. Like if Aman comes 2 times, then it will print Aman, that it came 2 times. Aman, okay, like this. Now cutting, it's like if you want to extract only the a, column of this whole text, then you can use cut option. Paste, join is like this. Okay, let's say the file 1 contain 1a, 2b, and similarly it contain 1, let's say xyz, then 3, it contains w. Now if you do join on file 1 and file 2, join then file 1 then file 2, what it will show, it will show like this: 1 a xyz. Now no 2 no 3 because their primary id is not same. Okay, grep, it, you can understand grep as simple finding the pattern and print those lines. And sad, if you want to in that file, if you want to substitute something or change something, then you can do using set. Nothing is heavier here, everything is easy, don't worry, we will understand it by using codes. Okay, so let's practice it. Let's do a good bash. Okay, so I will be giving a scenario. You just try to think what appropriate command will be used. I will be typing my command. I will explain it. Okay. So first of all, I will make there is a scenario story that, and there is an owner. You all are owner of a restaurant. Choose a restaurant name by yourself, and you have to make a file based on that restaurant name. I will my restaurant name will be Spice Villa, so I will make a folder of Spice Villa. As usual, every restaurant has its customer and staff. You have to maintain the record of them also. So what you have to do, you have to make a folder of your the folder name is based on the restaurant name. In that you have to make 2 subfolders for customer and 1 for staff separately. Okay, I'm going to do it. Let's do it. So first of all, I will be on desktop, right? Let's see, where are you? So if I do pwd, it will show my current directory status. So I will first come on my desktop so that it can my output appears on the desktop. Okay, so we drive this. I will create a folder name Spice Villa. Okay. Says make directory command not found. Why so? Acha, mk make directory Spice Villa. Okay, now the Spice Villa document will be seen here. As you can see, now I will make 2 subfolders, but before that I have to get inside the folder, right? How I can go? By using cd command. Cd command help us to go inside a folder. Cd Spice Villa. Now I am inside the Spice Villa. I have to create two subfolders, right? So the two folders will be one for customer, so I will make the folder customer and staff. So make directory customer staff. Okay, want to list it out how many folders are there in Spice Villa. I can do it by using ls command. Okay, if I do ls, as you can see, customer and staff. Sec, something gone. All right, now pardon, I just paused the button. I didn't play it out. Till now, what I have done, I added the customer dummy data in the customer list, right? By using cat space greater symbol space customer list and txt. Similarly, in staff also I did the same. Then if I want to append the data in the last, I do cat space two greater symbol and space then customer list dot txt. If I simply want to reveal the content, then cat space then file name, then it will reveal the data. All right, what I'm going to do now, I am just going to create a backup list of, let's say there is a list of staff members in the staff folder of the Spice Villa. What I want to do, the owner want to do, he wants to save this list in the customer folder. So what I have to do, I will copy the customer staff list of the staff fold from the staff folder from staff list.txt file. Okay, and move to the customer file. There is another way, move mv, we talked earlier, right? So but it doesn't allow you to uh, remain existence of the previous one. Let's say mv file 1 file 2, that means you want to move the content of file 1 to file 2. If you do so, the file 1 uh, will does not exist anymore then. But I want the both file to remain existence with file 1 remain unharmed, so I will use cp option, cp staff list.txt, copy it in the customer folder. Done. What I have done, I have copied this, then I went to the customer folder. Here's the way, dot dot till dot. When I do dot dot, that means I move to parent folder, then slash then customer, then I, that it means that I move to customer folder. All right, so if you go to customer folder, first you have to go to the parent folder. You have to come out of the staff folder, right? This is the command to get out, cd space dot dot. Now I'm in the space villa. Now I will go to customer folder, then I will list out all the list list out all the txt files. Here is the txt files, you can see, right? All right, then what I want to do you is that the owner is got promoted. Now let's say the record keeper who is helping the owner to keeping his record, he handed his all files. Now he is shifting to another company. So now what will happen, this all files, this backup file, right, this is staff list file will become previous records, right? So you have to rename this with old staff list file, means you have to rename staff list to old staff list. How you can do it, simply rename it. Now here the remove option can come in handy. How? Because you don't want to copy file, right? You want to make changes in that current file only. So what I will do, I will move uh, logically you will move this content of the staff list file to another file, okay, logically behind the scenes, but outwardly it will be like you are renaming, okay. So I will simply do it, move staff list txt to staff list staff txt, okay, done. So if I do it again, as you can see, the name has been changed. All right, okay. So let's have another question. I want to find all the txt file in the space villa. How I can do so? First move to space villa, cd dot dot. Now I want to find it. So the find option come in handy. Find dot txt file, right? So name, then txt file dot txt. So what I am doing here, I am finding all the files which have name like this pattern. What this pattern says, the file name must end with txt. Whatever the name, the file name end with txt, and it's the name of the file, not directory. If the directory is there, then I will do my hyphen then directory. But here, since it is the name, I will do as hyphen name. It's end with txt, and the front name before dot it can be anything. And dot means find all the files, not fixed amount, means find all the files. All right, okay. So now let's so what I have to do, let's say you want to print the date and the username and the system username name. So what will the command maybe? Simply type date, it will show the date. If you type uname, let's see what's come, it came the username. So if you want operating system info, what you will do, simply type who am I. See, if not working, you can try who or who am I, right? It's not showing, you can try it in your personal computer, it may work, but some of them will only work. In my PC it's working, this command is working, these both are not. But you can try searching and get some more information about this command, who am I together, then who, then space, then am, then space, then I, and other command, who command, okay. Let's have another question. Let's say um, you want to create an empty file. You can create empty file, right? Create an empty file old villa, old files in the spice villa, okay. The spice villa parent folder, in that subfolder there was two folders, subfolders, right? So first one was staff, second was customer, right? Now I want you to create another folder. Create it, pause the video, create it first. Hope you're done. Now it's my time. Directory, files, it's done. Simple. Now I want you to create a text, empty text document inside old file. Yes, create an empty text document inside old file. Do it. Simply move to old files. You can use touch. The old file name is notes.txt. It's created. Now if you want to see, just see list down. See, notes.txt is created. Okay, I can see here also. As you can see, customer old files is there and notes.txt is also there. It's empty, right? So now let's have another question. Okay, suppose you want to have a movie booking tickets, right? And you want to sell it. So you have to create a directory, a big file, uh, whatever, maybe okay, whatever name you want to give, just allot it. Then in that, uh, add some dummy content of all the customers who are buying ticket from you. Okay, so let's say you develop an application. My application name is Signplex. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I will create a directory Signplex. Okay, I'm in old file right now. I have to move first. I have to go back to desktop, right? So what I will do, I am now at the desktop directory. You can check it by pwd. Okay, you are. Now I will create a directory Signplex. Signs right. Now make directory. Now the Signplex is created. As you can see, the folder also has been appeared. Now I want to add some dummy content of all those who are buying ticket, comma, the movie name, comma, what's the price, in this fashion. All right, try it out. I am giving you a hint. First, create a first go inside the Samplex. Okay, then create a text file. How you can create it? CAT option. Use CAT option. Directly append it, or you can simply use a touch option by creating the text file first, then give input by using CAT. Whatever you want to do it. Pause the video here. You done? Then let's do it. First I am going inside the Sandplex. Okay, I am in Sandplex. I will create a text document directly CAT. My text document names is bookings.txt. Okay, my dummy content is Raj, who is buying Avengers ticket. Price is 450. It's cheap, right? Second one is Meena. Meena also like Avengers, and price is 450. No discrimination. Arjun likes Interstellar, right? Mm, Stellar, right? Price is 300 because it's out of date. It's not trendy. Now Priya, she likes Avengers 2, and it's again 450. No discrimination. Raj, come again. He now wants to buy Interstellar. Stellar, right? Stellar. 300. Samir comes. He likes Joker. Okay. Okay, there may be a gap between. We should avoid it because gap means something. Okay. It may better. Taylor 300. Okay. Now let's come to Joker again. Now Samir likes Joker and Joker's cost is 350. Now Meena with no Joker 350. Arjun Avengers 100. Oh, sorry, 450. And Priya Interstellar. Stellar cost is 300. These are all the inputs. Now what I have to do? I have to find the word count, means find the lines. If I do like this word count dot txt, as you can see, what's this? 9 shows number of lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, there are 9 lines. 11 shows what? What do you think? 424 shows what? It shows the bit count, yeah, character count. Right? 11. What does mean here? 11. Let's see what the word count shows. How you can see it out? Word count minus help. Okay, word count minus help. Word count maybe. Okay, count help. Okay, bash help command not found versus directory. It should give, I think. Let me search on Google maybe. Word count in Unix operating system. The first one gives line count, second one gives word count, third one gives byte count. As you can see, line count. Second is word count and byte count. Okay, so word count is 11, I think. Right? Total word count is 11. How is this? Oh, it was taking as unique, right? Because Avengers, Interstellar, and Joker, there are only three movies, right? So three there, and we have name Priya, Arjun. Okay, let's find out all the unique names. How you can do it? How you can find all the unique name? Please find out the unique name like this. Cut the delimiter, then minus 1, then booking.txt, and right, I will find the unique one. As you can see, three movies, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and then 450, 300, and 350. 8, 9, 10, 11. That means we are correct, right? There are only 11 I say words total, alright, separated by commas. So it's correct. 9 line, 11 total words, unique words, and 424 total characters. Alright, we will study it in upcoming in later time in this video only. Don't worry. Okay, so let's say you want to print line only. How you can do it? Word count minus L, then booking list, right? See, total line is 9, right? Now if you want to print first three lines, how you can do it? You can use head. Head is used to print n number of lines from starting. You can see three lines are printed. If you want to print from the last, you can just replace head with tail, and then you are good to go. See, right? These both are easy. So now what I want to do, now let's study the cut option. Okay, in cut option you can print, okay, you know rows and columns, right? How many columns are there? Three columns, right? But columns, the columns another name is field, and the records are is the another name of rows. Okay, you can call rows as records in command prompt and columns as fields. So if you want to print this field one, then simply say cut minus d comma separated. Minus d is delimiter. Delimiter means comma is separating. Okay, if comma is there, then it's the word ends here. Okay, field one ends here. Now delimiter, then which field, that means field one, right? Then file name, then as you can see, without sorted, all the names one came here. Okay, all right. If you want to print field 2 also, then 1 comma 2. If you want to print field 1 2 3, you can say 1 comma 2 comma 3, or you can simply say 1 hyphen 3. It will print all those. All right, 1 comma 2 comma 3 all in sequence. Now let's say you have already seen, right, unique, how to find the unique of field 1. If you have to sort the, if you simply sort, then it will sort it all things, but it doesn't remove the duplicates one if you don't use a unique. What I have used here is pipe. It is called pipe. Pipe means whatever the output till here will be the input for the second one, then it will sort it out. Now the output of this sorting function will goes to here. It will work as input in the for unique. Okay, in this way it works. Let's say I want to count all the repeated ones. What is their frequency? Like Raj came twice, right? Now I want to print it out. How I can do it? I will simply say cut minus d minus f 1 bookings dot txt. Now sort it. Now I will use unique option. Unique minus c gives me count. See, Raj came twice, Samir came only once, Priya came twice, Minna came twice, Arju came twice, right? Alright, you can also sort in reverse order by applying sort minus v maybe. Okay, minus r maybe. Let me see. If I apply sort on that, minus t. Now previously in cut minus d was delimiter, minus t in sort is the delimiter. Okay, separate by comma, minus k1. K1 says field 1. There was f, here was k, here is k. Okay, bookings.txt. Alright. Now if I want to sort in reverse spaces, right? So what I can do, let's apply this only. Okay, it's sorting on the column 1 basis, field 1 basis, as you can see, right? What if I want to sort in reverse order? Then sort minus t, here it is delimiter, then minus k1. But what of I want to sort decreasing order on the basis of price? So what I can say, here like k3, field 3. Okay, then bookings dot txt. Okay, this will sort in ascending order, but I want to sort in reverse order, right? So what I can do, I will simply use minus r. See, on the third basis, and on the basis of price, I have sorted out in the decreasing order, as you can see, right? Okay, something is wrong here maybe, because here is an empty space, that why this input is not working properly, but otherwise rest is working properly, right? Okay, there was some input error maybe. uh, Ignore the last input because there was some input error, I guess, but the rest is working fine, right? And then let's have another question, right? Okay, let's have another question. Let's come out of it. I will give another scenario now. Now suppose uh, you are managing patient record, okay, and there is a clinic called wellness clinic. So what you have to do, create a document, create a file wellness clinic, and then add some dummy data over it, right? Let's have it. Directory wellness clinic. Wellness clinic, all right. So there is a wellness clinic, all right. Let's get inside it. Now I'm inside the wellness clinic. Now I will make three text files: patient, diagnosis, and visiting text file. Okay, let's make it quickly. At PIENTS patients dot txt. Add some dummy data. Anita. Second is 102, Bilal, right? 103, Chetan, and 104, Divya, right? Let's save it. Control plus D helps me to save. Now, I will make a diagnosis text file in wellness clinic only. So let's do it again. Diagnosis, right? Diagnosis. Pardon my error. If there is error, then ignore it. Dot txt. Diagnosis. I think there is a spelling error. Okay, leave it. 101. Let's add dummy data quickly. Fever. 102. COLD code. Here there is no any comma, right? So here we will do practice if there is no comma. Okay, here also we will gain hands on um, essay paste, and then a word count, join, cut, grep, sed. Okay, all those things, so you don't have to worry. First gives input 103, let's say fracture. Okay, and 104, done. Now I will make a third text file, that is visiting file. Visiting.txt. So Anita came to on Monday to meet Dr. Rao. Okay. Next one is Bilal came on Monday only to meet Dr. Ayer. Third one is Chetan, Tuesday, and his name is Dr. Rao. Divya on Tuesday to meet Dr. Ayer. Last is Anita, again came on Wednesday to meet Dr. Rao. And save. I want to find total number of patients visits that are locked. How I can do it? Simply word count. Then only I have to count lines, right? Then I can get how many I say visitings are there, right? In visiting file there are 5 visits. Okay, then I want to join the uh, patients and diagnosis. Okay, as they are a similar id I can easily join, right? So let's join it. Join patients.txt with diagnosis.txt. If I do join, as you can see, and then nothing happens. Why? Oh, happens. Anita with fever, Bilal cold, Chetan fracture, Divya fever. Similarly, you can uh, map with phone numbers also, if there it is, by giving same id, right? Okay, now you can find the unique, you can use unique, right? Let's get a hands on grep. Okay, so if I want to find all the logins on done on Monday, So how I will find? By using grep. Grep, what it used to do, it used to, you will provide a pattern. Let's say the pattern here, it is Monday. Now I will find it in which file? Visiting, right? So you provide a pattern and a file name. It simply, in whatever row it, if it finds, it will print the whole row. You can say row or you can say records. All right. So grep was simple. And if I want to use sed, for that, let's say I want, let's say Dr. Rao is now retired, right? So, or get promoted to senior doctor, and I want to rename his name Dr. Rao to Dr. Rao as Dr. Rao, and then small braces, and inside that I want to name as senior. So how I can do it? Similarly using sed option. Sed, it says what we have to really do it behind the scenes. I will substitute Dr. Rao with Dr. Rao senior. Okay, so the first option is substitute. So I will write s slash older name Dr. Rao, new name Dr. Rao is senior. Then I have to do in whole file, right? So I will do it globally. Now in which file? In visiting file. Simple. See, the updated file is here. Alright, now let's say if the phone number is given, let's say you make a phone.txt, right? Phone number, and if there is no any ID, how you can map the patients with their phone number? Given that the phone number and the patient's order are same, means the Anita came first in the list, then his phone number will also come first in the list, like this order priority. Okay, so how you will map without changing the file? Simple, use paste option. But first I will create phones.txt text file. Okay, so cat join as phones.txt. Now I'll give some number 456 56789 4567. Okay, how many patients are there exactly? 4, right? Okay, one more. Done. Now what I will do, I will simply paste this phone to the what patient list, right? How I will do it? Simply paste, then patient list and phones not text. Simple. Done. As you can see, without affecting your phone's content, yeah, text file, yeah, or patient something, anything. See, your file is remains unchanged and only the output is same. See, right? Now I want to delete the person who came on Wednesday. I want to delete it. I can do it similarly using set option. First thing was substitute, right? No, there is nothing to substitute, so I will simply ignore that. The second thing is on Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Those whoever come on Wednesday, I have to delete it, right? Now the update, there is nothing to update. So, and the last one is globally, right? So I want to delete it. Simple, just type D from visiting file. Now as you can see, uh, ed something is not right, I guess. Acha, it was Wednesday that, right? That's why it didn't get deleted. Let me type again. My spelling error, pardon. stay fitness stat. Okay, spelling error. Uh, it's correct. D visiting. As you can see, that record is deleted. Alright, all about nothing. In the next video, I will talk about AWK. Alright, thank you.